If you click onto this video, that means that you are someone like me, someone who is a huge fan of Stardew Valley, who is obsessed with it, that he spends up to hundreds and thousands of hours into the game. And of course, if you had been playing the same game for years and years, you will eventually feel burnout and you will actually itch for something new that has the same vibe towards it. And that is the purpose of today's video, for you to discover new games that has the same vibe as Stardew Valley but with a whole different other content. First up on our list, we have Fruits of Pacha. Not only it looks like Stardew Valley or has the same vibe to it, but it is set in a Stone Age. So it's like a Stone Age version of Stardew Valley. And what's very interesting about that is that we are going to get tons of new environment, like the weather will look different in this area, like look at that. And of course, like all the animals that exist in this game is gonna be different, since it's like ancient animals, right? So you can see like the bison, the hogs, the elephants, like you will be able to see like mammoth as well. They look so interesting, like you can ride onto an ostrich. And of course, with this game you also have puzzles, and also I think this game incorporates lots of like spirit elements. So like the skills and powers that you have is involved with, like, you know, like the spirit beings entering your body, or you using the spirits itself, or you moving your own spirits to animals and controlling them to actually solve the puzzle or scour the areas. And if you see, of course, this game will also have like customization, like they are racing right now. And of course, like the mini games, they all look so good. That is why I actually put this game on the list. And the best part of it is that this game is releasing soon on April. And if you see like in the video, you can also decorate your own house, and the decorating system is actually looking very neat. Yeah, it doesn't look very difficult. And of course, there is going to be crafting. Since this is the Stone Age, of course you're not gonna have like sprinklers, you will have irrigation instead. This cutscene of them partying looks very interesting. And of course, you can also cook, and like look at the scenery. Like I love like games that have like tons of mini games in them. Hopefully it doesn't feel redundant. And look at that, we just gave birth, or our wife just gave birth. I'm not so sure. We just have to play them to find out. So yeah, it's Root of Pacha. This is one that I will definitely be playing inside my channel, so don't forget to give it a subscribe and thumbs up if you actually like this kind of content. Next on the list, we have Sun Haven. Like this game is actually already in its early access, so you can actually play it right away. But of course, being in early access means that there are some content that are not complete yet. So I would suggest, like, if you don't like playing early access game, this might not be the time for you. The one thing that I really like about this game is that it's kind of different. I mean, it's like Stardew Valley, and also like it has like those elements, but it's more like Rune Factory, you know. So this game is actually more into the fantasy side. I know that Stardew Valley also of course has its fantasy elements, but this delves deeper into that fantasy element, and that is what I think is gonna differentiate this game to other Stardew Valley like games. And I think the combat here is gonna be super duper important. Like look at that, when they're farming, they're gonna be using magic, and the magic they use to defeat the opponents is just so cool looking. And the world itself looks so good. It reminds me of Maple Story. If you ever play Maple Story, it's kind of giving Maple Story. And of course, since it's a fantasy world, you will be able to meet like different fantasy creatures, and of course different fantasy like characters that you can actually have a relationship with and marry. Like you can, like look at that, you're marrying someone that is not human. Like I'm not so sure how to classify them yet, but yeah, that is definitely not a human, right? And that is what I think is going to make this game super duper interesting. The third game on this list, we have Spirity. You might not have, but I'm sure you have watched like Spirited Away, a very famous Ghibli movie. And this whole game is totally inspired by Spirited Away. I can really see like so much of the resemblance. So the premise is that we can see spirits, so we move into this new town, and in this new town we're gonna be in charge of taking care bathhouse for spirits inside the town, and it just looks so good. Like, I am a total Ghibli fan. Like, I love Spirited Away. It's like my weep awakening. Like, look at that. We can take care like of the areas. So instead of farming, of course, we don't have farming in this game. We are going to be managing our own spirit bathhouse with, which looks so good. Like, look at that. Look at that giant spirit, that giant tiger spirit. And of course, don't forget, we also have the mini games. I think it's gonna be more like a business tycoon kind of game, but still the exploration of the world is still there. It has mysteries, of course, and like the way you capture, like befriend the different kind of spirits is gonna be different. Like each spirit has different kind of like likes and dislikes, and this game also has a demo, so if you actually want to play it, you can totally try and play it. And it says like in the video, like in the trailer, it says that it's releasing in 2022, but I think they have a little bit of delay, but I don't mind because I actually want this game to be perfect, because I'm so excited with the premise of managing my own spirit bathhouse. Like, boom. Next, we have Chef RPG. So like every other Stardew Valley like game, the premise is we're gonna like go to a new area or a new city and start our new adventure there, right? But this time we're gonna be a chef, so this is kind of like Spirity, whereas we manage a business, but this time instead of like a spirit bathhouse, we're gonna be opening our own restaurant. But of course, it's not gonna be just that. We are also getting like a huge diverse world with like fighting mechanics and also foraging mechanics. Like it's not just gonna be like a restaurant tycoon. There's going to be like cooking mini games as well, different kind of mini games for the cooking. Like it's looking like it's giving Diner Dash and Cooking Mama. Like, it's very interesting, and what I like about this as well, the creator actually has like a YouTube channel. Yeah, I will link it, like I will show you somewhere here that you can check out, or I will link it down below in the description as well. The creator actually does a lot of content for this game, like how he designed the space, the bathhouse, and everything. And yeah, it just looks very intricate and detailed, like the cooking stuff and everything, the restaurant, like it's just gonna be super satisfying, where we start off like a small cafe or small restaurant into like those big gigantic huge restaurant that we get to see in the trailer. Up next is actually the game that I think is the successor to Stardew Valley. Like, if you want to play something like Stardew Valley but with a new world and better graphics, then this is the game for you. It's Coral Island. Personally, I feel like tons of the mechanics in this game really takes from the original Stardew Valley, but the good thing is they add so much into it. In this game, you will not only do like farm work on land, but you can actually also go diving, collecting trash, resurrecting old artifacts, meeting with merfolks. Yes, there are mermaids in this game. They are called merfolks, and the merfolks will also have a town of their own. And not only that, you will also be able to have a relationship with the merfolk and eventually marrying them, like quote unquote, like they are listed as one of the dateables, but it is not totally confirmed yet. If you're a subscriber in this channel, you know that I play a lot of Coral Island, but of course right now the game is still in early access. But personally, as someone who have played the game, there's just so many things you can do apart from the merfolk and also its main storyline. It also has like different branches of storyline that includes like the giants is gonna be like the elf in Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons. Like there's a special storyline just for them as well. There's gonna be like a town for them as well, which we can visit, and we can also have relationship with them. Like there's just so many things in this game that really add on to the original Stardew Valley mechanics and expand on it. I'm looking forward to actually playing the full version of the game so we can actually get more of the lore, the story, the legends, and of course, like Stardew Valley has tons of secrets, right? So that is what I'm expecting for this game. But if you really love like farm sims, Coral Island is the game for you. You need to try. And all the characters are hot. Like, all the characters are hot. If you love hot characters, like you can see, like I can talk a lot about Coral Island because like I actually mainly play the game for my channel. And if you haven't, I feel like you totally should. And they're having their big update this March. Yeah, so I feel like it's a perfect time for you to try and play. Like as I've said in the beginning, like if you don't like early access game, then this might not be for you, but you are welcome to try it. Okay, now we are already on the last game on this list, which I also think is gonna be the one that has more Stardew Valley-like qualities. Of course, it's gonna be Haunted Chocolatier. Is that even like the way you pronounce it? Yeah, it's a game by none other than Concerned Ape, which also makes Stardew Valley, so it makes a lot of sense that this game is gonna be super Stardew Valley like. But of course, as the title suggests, instead of like doing the farm sim, you're actually like more like a business tycoon again. I know a lot of the game on this list is more like a business tycoon because I think they are trying to redefine the genre, you know. But yeah, this time you are actually opening up your own chocolatier shop. Is that is there even a thing like chocolate shop, you know, like you are being a chocolatier and you can actually decor your own shop and put on things, crafting, battling, everything that you find in Stardew Valley is gonna be in this game. But instead of farming, you're gonna be managing your own chocolate shop. What's captivating about this game for me is like the world is just, you know, like I feel like Concerned Ape is really good at building his world and writing secrets and mysteries into the game. Watching the trailer, it's giving like Sherlock Holmes vibe. Like there's just like tons of mysteries and things to discover, and of course like the world itself and everything, like the characters, you know, like they just look so good. And you know, like Concerned Ape is also really good at making characters with their own quirkiness, and I'm super duper looking forward to it. The mechanics itself, in addition to like the management of the chocolate shop, it looks like it's very similar to Stardew Valley, like the gifting and everything, the relationship with the townspeople and everything. I'm really looking forward to this one. And like Concerned Ape actually shared like a little clip of like a battle with a giant bat. So I think the battles, like the fighting mechanics in this game is gonna be more elaborate than the one we can find in Stardew Valley. Like there are boss battles now, like yeah, I mean, like as someone who's not really good at the battling mechanics, I mean, I'm not really looking forward to that. But of course, if you enjoy battling, it's gonna be super duper fun for you. And yeah, that is the end of today's video. If you actually enjoy it and find it insightful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to me, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any future content in this channel. I will be playing tons and tons more and more cozy games for everyone. Right now I do like lots of Coral Island live stream. Like if you're interested in Coral Island, you can actually check my catalog. I do lots of videos on those as well, and I will be of course playing Roots of Pacha once it's released. Yeah, that is it. See you and goodbye.